Hey everyone, this is Jeremy Fromm with Mercury Security. Welcome to a special report of the Mercury Minute. At ISC West, I had the opportunity to speak with Stephen Russo of LenelS2 Honeywell, where we talked about the long-standing relationship and some of the really cool things that LenelS2 is doing with Mercury platforms. Come take a look.
Steve, thanks for meeting with me in the Mercury Minute. We're excited to talk about our partnership, the LenelS2 Honeywell relationship with Mercury. It's the longest standing relationship we've ever had. We are grateful for the partnership that we have. What makes our partnership so powerful? Why do LenelS2 and Honeywell customers care about Mercury? Why do people love Mercury in general, working with your platforms?
We've had a partnership with Mercury for decades. And one of the things I feel is really important, and it's obvious in the relationship, is to know what you don't know and where our expertise is. Yeah. So we have expertise in the access software, and it's what we do best. But obviously Mercury and what they do and the open architecture associated with it is a perfect partnership for us. So us being able to provide the very strong enterprise level backend and being able to interface with Mercury and also giving our customers the option to be open is a key winning formula in my opinion.
Yeah, when we take best of breed of software and hardware and we put them together with pretty powerful, unstoppable, right?
Very important partners that have been in this area. And when I hear from customers say when they put Mercury in, they never have to worry about it. Yeah. It's solid.
It just works.
It just works. And it continues to work.
Yeah, so on that topic, it just continues to work in decades of partnership. There are potentially a lot of older legacy type controllers out there.
Yes.
There may be legacy systems out there that aren't related to LenelS2 or Honeywell. For those customers that are running legacy platforms or running older Mercury controllers, maybe a green controller, what would you have to say to them to get current and to take full advantage of what's available today?
It's good and it's bad, right? What we said before about things working and continue to work. We see the same thing with OnGuard at the enterprise level, that OnGuard continues to work, so we see people that are in older versions of it. But what I think they don't realize is some of the risk and the threat associated with what they have. So relative to cyber, right? Cyber threats and vulnerabilities are changing every day. Being able to put in newer technology to be able to overcome some of those threats, those vulnerabilities, and to take advantage of new technologies, new interface modes, being able to bring in more sensor information, to be able to have more resources on board is the investment to get to the next generation. Now, it takes time, but I think we collectively have to show our partners and our customers where the value is and what risks they have as things start to age, even if they're working and they're not broken, but what can happen if they don't upgrade over time.
Yeah, I think taking a proactive approach and focusing on things like cyber. Behind me there's a newer Mercury black controller, and that supports some incredible cyber things that may sound boring to an average person, like start throwing around acronyms like TLS 1.3.
Yes.
That may not make a lot of sense to your typical person, but when you start getting more involved in IT, which I think all of us do these days compared to maybe 10, 15 years ago.
Exactly.
This stuff matters, and I think we have to start talking about it more.
Yeah, if you take extreme, physical security and cybersecurity should have come together long ago, but when you are hardwired in, you didn't have threats unless somebody cut the wires and put a sniffer or something in between. Now things being internet connected, being online, IoT devices, IoT, Internet of Things, Internet of risky things, if you're not taking advantage of these or watching out for your cyber control. So education, I think, is critical for our customers to understand.
Sure.
Mercury is already ahead in working on that, as you said, TLS, other standards like that, and being able to ensure that they have the precautions around these cyber threats, but being able to educate our customers on what can happen if they don't upgrade is important as well.
Sure. I think one area that LenelS2 and Honeywell have done a good job with on the cyber front is OSDP and the adoption and implementation of OSDP Secure Channel, for example. So being able to encrypt that communication between the reader, but outside of the encryption piece, taking full advantage of the other efficiencies that things that OSDP provide, like multi-drop on readers, and being able to do file transfer to update remote devices like readers with firmware and credential technology changes.
Keeping things up to current levels and being able to do that in an automated way to avoid the labor costs of going around.
Yeah. And your leadership has allowed that to happen, so that's great to see.
It's a key advantage, and we're hearing our customers really want it, and we want to be able to provide it for them.
Sure. Changing gears completely, what's the most exciting thing that you want to share with the world that either LenelS2 or Honeywell is working on? What'd you bring to the show? What's exciting?
Okay. Well, key focus areas. One thing that's becoming more and more prevalent in our customers' ask is cloud. A couple of years ago, when we wanted to move people to the cloud, they said, no, not interested, don't have anything to do with it. But the ability to now, from a software side and from an IT side, in the same way, not have to worry about cyber threats, to be able to get value like high availability and complete failover, and be able to do that from the cloud, and taking advantage of some of the native cloud solutions to orchestrate different things together to make integration much easier. That's a key focus for us, to move people not just to the cloud, because I've heard people, oh, people want the cloud. They don't necessarily want the cloud, they want what the cloud can provide. Sure. And the ability to use new tech stacks so that we can do faster integration, to orchestrate solutions together that also span beyond just pure security into those adjacent areas. So that's a focus for us, one. Number two, in mobile credentials. So working also with Mercury and HID and the partnership that we have there to be able to have seamless and frictionless access for users, not just for a particular facility, but if I have multi-use, where I may have multiple systems. So from their standpoint, they can get to where they need to be and get access to the assets that they need without any friction. And behind the scenes, all of the credentials in a secure way are being handled for them. So those are two key areas for us. As we're now part of Honeywell, and we're taking on a broader set of capabilities, we feel a real push to be able to now provide comprehensive security across all of domains with building automation and what we need to provide really robust security solutions.
Yeah, I love it. And it's funny, so you talk about mobile credentials and you talk about cloud, and the goal was not to talk about Mercury there, but Mercury actually impacts all of that. So that's a really unique thing. Mercury kind of hides behind the scenes a lot of times, but it's a core component of our mutual success. So we're really thankful. We love our partnership. We love LenelS2 and Honeywell, and really grateful that you're willing to do this.
Thank you. Appreciate the time.
See you.
All right.
That's the Mercury Minute. Stay open and stay secure, my friends. See y'all next time.